Well, I rescued 2 more TLR200s on the weekend. Let's go through them and see what's going to happen. So this one's running. In fact, I think you could probably compete on that tomorrow. So this is the better of the two. We'll have a bit of a closer look at it. I'll kind of go around it and show you what we have got. Standard tank, zoom in there, standard tank, TLR front forks, TLR, I'm not entirely sure, it might actually be a KR front rim, but actually I think it is a TLR. I think the other one has a reflex. It's got a reflex clamp on it, and I don't know whether it's a aftermarket guard. Frame's in pretty good condition. Yeah, all original bolts. Looks fairly original on the carb. We have a broken cover, but that's not an issue. 3D print them. Gear selector, 9-tooth front sprocket, 59-tooth rear sprocket. Tank's got dents in it and have some repairs, and seats obviously munted. Standard exhaust, but been repaired quite a few times. Has a stand and has the foot pegs have been shifted. Not a particularly nice weld job. Can be tidied up. I'll have to check the position of where they've moved them to. But apart from that, the frame's actually in pretty good condition. It has had a bit of a repaint in the back bit here, but I don't think I'll probably have a closer look. Side cover, white rear guard, obviously been broken and been repaired. You can see the muffler's got patches in it, which is not that much of an issue. Standard box. Okay, so shocks have been modified, obviously, so the oil can be swapped out for different grades. Standard TLR rear hub and wheel. Slightly better welding on this side for the foot peg move. It has decompression removed, but, well, obviously only externally, but it still has the kickstart stop standard brake lever. Standard front pipe, dent in the tank. Renthal bars, they were obviously red at some stage. They are high rise. Not kind of my choice, but the forks seem in pretty good condition actually. There's a bit of pitting up here, but in the main stanchions are pretty clean. Seals are pretty clean. It's been looked after because there isn't a lot of corrosion. I mean, there's there's the exhaust, which is, normally they're looking a lot worse than that. So we'll give it a bit of a birthday and see what we come up with. Old dry tires. Front one looks relatively new, but it's quite old, so we'll see how that comes out. This is how you can tell it's been well ridden. So where the TLR sticker is on the side cover, it's been worn and it's raised. So it's kind of yeah, so it's been well ridden. So the air filter and inlet rubber are removed, but they are in the box. Somebody has cut out those center sections. Sticker still on the air filter flap, so yeah, that's promising. I see that there is some pretty much original paint. Some bits have been sprayed over, but it hasn't had anything major done to it, which is a bonus. Still got the stickers on the side of the airbox, and all of the bolts look original, so that's a bonus. Yeah, even the condition of the bolts is looks good, so that's promising. The chain guard is in the box, but it's been broken, but that's not much of an issue. But the fact that it's come with the bike is promising as well. Swing arms in good condition. Still has the stickers on it, just boot wear, as in boot wear on the frame, and that isn't rusty, so that's also quite a good sign. Sump guard doesn't have any major dings, neither do any of the cases. I've already mentioned the broken plastic cover, but I can just print one of those. I've done that before. In fact, I've got the files for that. I did the CAD drawings for it. Paint on the barrel, so barrel might have been off, but we'll see how it goes. So it runs. It didn't want to idle, and the idle screw I've had to wind it right in to get it to idle. The starter return spring needs some work. It doesn't want to return from the bottom, so when you kick it, it stays at the base. So I might have to have a little bit of a play. Might be just not assembled properly. Clutch works. We'll take the side cover off and have a little bit of a look-see in there. I'll take the tank off and have a look at the electrics and see what we've got there, but judging by the overall condition, it's pretty good. Oh. Where's that choke on? The kickstart keeps sticking at the bottom. Got all the gears, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, neutral. carb on it and see how it goes. Solve the problem on all of the other ones. There you go. So we've got all the original wiring. We even have the tank rubber. So there's that's quite impressive that that's still there. One of the first things to disappear. It's been painted here, but obviously just a touch-up paint. No, it's good. I think the carb will need to be replaced. It might only be a 22. Should have a 24 on it. It's got 22 on the top. I'll look a bit further. It looks like the 22 lever as well. I'll swap over for the other one. So here we have the worst of the two that I picked up, worst of the two TLRs that I've picked up for the rebuild program. This one is going to be quite interesting. As you can see, it's in a fairly sad state. Looks like it's done some time on a farm. I'll go around and show you what we've got. So up front, TLR front wheel, alloy rim looks in reasonable condition. Forks have got quite a bit of pitting, a little bit of rust on them. Obviously that fork seal's leaking. Motocross tyres, rusty spokes. Rust on the stanchions there. It does have the front headlight and very similar, well, I think it's the same as the XR200s. What have we got? We have a freshly repainted tank, and it has, there's some blisters in the paint there. It's been painted on the inside as well, and it has had the wrong stickers placed on it, and they've also been placed on the wrong angle. So at least they're on the outside and there is some blistering, so they'll peel off. But there is a nicely repainted tank. The cam chain cover is missing, and it's been replaced with something a little bit newer. It looks as though it does have a 24mm carb. What have we got there? 13 tooth front sprocket. Standard 46 rear looks like it. Ooh, let's go down the swing arm. The swing arm still has its sticker, but the stand has been welded on. I seem to find a lot of these sort of welded on projects. What have we got? Frame seems in reasonable condition. There is no sign of repaint. Original bolts are there, but relatively sad. Brackets still on. Pegs are still in the standard position. The initial muffler box is there, but it has had a bazooka or something added onto that, which is kind of comical. Now, it's obviously had a fairly big accident because there's a big crease in the pipe there, and then there at the front. We'll be able to see that from the other side. So obviously somebody's hit something fairly rapidly. It has, what sort of screws are those? I hope they're not a self-tapper holding the airbox cover on. Seat has been recovered with a modern fabric. Seems reasonably grippy, although I don't use those because it's going to have a tank cover type setup. Nice motocross tyre on the rear, obviously been from a farm. Standard TLR rear rim. Got some corrosion down there, so I'll have to get, nasty corrosion there. I have to get onto that relatively quickly. I do have some spares, so surface rust on the swing arm. Brake lever and brake components are all there. Battery box. First one of those I've ever seen. No battery in it, but that's a interesting find. Sticker on the airbox. Let's go around. Some odd heat shield on the exhaust, and then you can see the nasty crease in the pipe there. So it's obviously had a big punt in around here. Skid plates intact. Kickstarter's intact. Decompression components are there. What else have we got? That's pretty much it. Also has the helmet lock, so I'm wondering if this might have been a reflex. I don't know if the TLRs came out with a helmet lock. Somebody might be able to add that information in the comments. The front forks are the bigger fork, so they're not the reflex fork, not the skinny noodle version. That's a bonus. So I will attempt to fire it up. Let me put you on the stand and see what we can do. Okay, test tank on. Let's see if this one will start. Yep. Oh, get off. Tad noisy. Ooh. It's either got a lot of oil in it. Let's have a look. runs, not very well. I think the bent exhaust is leaking at the manifold, at the head manifold, so that's where a lot of that excess noise is coming from. But it's a start. So what's the plan for the TLRs? So there is, this is number one of the ugly twins. This is the ugly twin. Sorry, it's the twins. This is the ugly twin. So this is the one I've been competing on. It's going to need a water blast. I'll get that done this afternoon. And then here we have the third one, which is in reasonably good condition. It's got a lot of potential, although broken guards and all those other bits and pieces. There's the freshly painted tank, and this is the fourth one, which is the worst. It's actually nowhere near as bad as the ugly twin was when I got it. This is mostly complete. There's some nasty stuff like this, so that will have to be remedied. Yeah, slightly bodged, but effectively it's mostly there. So this is the first one that will start on the rebuild process. I'm going to build a tank seat shell. So I've already started the process. So this is the tank that's going to be used. It's nice and small, and it fits in quite well. And then it will follow those contours. So I will strip down what's needed on the frame, and then start making a plug so that we can take a mold off it, and then we'll be able to produce the tank seat shells. I'm going to stick with that plastic tank. It's a good size, and it's in a good place, and it's good quality as well. So so that's going to save doing a fiberglass tank inner or an aluminium one with ethanol and all those other bits and pieces that are coming into our fuel. It's the last thing we want to do is have tanks falling apart. So this one will get stripped down, and the process will start as a tank shell, and then we'll go through and do the cut for the steering angle, reposition the pegs, do the swing arm modification, do the suspension modification, and then do a few internal mods to the engine as well. And two of these will be sold. So I'm not going to be riding around on 4 TLRs. I will have 2 TLRs. Highly likely that I'll keep the original completely stock one as completely stock. It's a good example of a completely standard bike, and then just the ugly twin will be the how would you put it, the competition bike. Please add your thoughts and comments, like and subscribe. Let's grow this channel.